So for this matchup, we have Joey versus Frank Harambe, seventh round Warriors. So for the first matchup, we have the quarterbacks, Philip Rivers versus Cam Newton. Philip Rivers is playing Atlanta, and Cam Newton is playing Hawaii.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Good matchup there,
wow,
Frank.
That's a savvy move right there, sir.
Let's see how it plays out, Cotton.
No. In all seriousness, he's going to take Cam Newton out and put the quarterback on his bench, right? Who is also on the bye. Attack Prescott. So, Frank, I don't know what the hell.
Someone doesn't look at bye weeks, huh?
Yeah. Well, this is also the problem with doing it on a Tuesday instead of Wednesday. They don't have their buys. I don't know who he's going to get, but whoever he gets, is not going to be as good probably as Philip Rivers.
Yeah, Philip Rivers is playing Atlanta. Atlanta has a great offense. Defense is always going to be suspect. Philip Rivers loves to throw the ball, and I think with Melvin Gordon actually playing as they hoped for, he just has the the offense to just really put up numbers, and whoever he has, I wish we could compare it to someone, but I would have to give the edge to Philip Rivers.
Yeah, in my imaginary head, whatever, he grabs a Tannehill or some other
Hoyer. I think that's a good matchup.
One of those scrubs. But Philip Rivers is playing in the dome against, a decent defense, but I think he'll get his check mark to Joey. Yeah, that was very easy.
All right, let's look at the running backs. We're going to go Duke Johnson Jr. and is that Chris Thomas? What's his first name? Chris Thomas? Washington?
I call him C. Thomas. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it says right there. Good job. Versus Melvin Gordon and Matt Jones. So, Joey, your running back's absolute dog shit. Duke Johnson is, 50-50 with Crowell. And Thompson, I know had a big week last week. It's funny because Thompson and Jones are both on Washington. So one of them's going to get the points and not going to do what they did last week. Melvin Gordon, like I said earlier, is a certified stud now. He's going to get 20 to 25 carries and a couple catches. So this one's easy to me. I'm going to give the edge to Harambe.
So I guess let's do a disclaimer that Joey does have Doug Martin on the bench, and he is actually healthy this week. I'm not sure how much of a factor he'll be because they're going to
ease him in.
They're going to ease him in, so I think Joey's doing the right thing sitting him. Not really. Duke Johnson and C. Thomas. They're pass catching backs. They're pretty much the same back in different teams. Versus the traditional backs within Matt Jones and Melvin Gordon. I think they're going to get some touchdowns. I think they're going to get more touches. They're going to get more volume. I think they play an easier defense within Melvin Gordon versus Atlanta versus Duke Johnson playing, a tough Cincinnati defense. Yeah, so honestly, I give this, even if Doug Martin was in, I'd still give this one to Frank and Harambe's Heroes for the check mark. So then we have the wide receivers. We have D-Hop.
Disappointing D-Hop.
Very disappointing, playing a very good defense in Denver. And D. Jackson, another disappointment. Playing at Detroit. And A.J. Green, playing Cleveland. And Emmanuel Sanders at home versus Houston. What do we think about these?
So D-Hop has been a huge disappointment, and his matchups do get easier after this week. But playing Denver, he's going to be either shadowed by Harris or Talib, so I don't expect him to do much. Deshaun Jackson is a hit and miss. He does have a favorable matchup with Detroit, so he could put up a 25 spot. You never know. Or he could put up 2 points.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's what you have to risk with. And I think actually if Jordan Reed sits out, he might be
help him. Yeah.
Too, yeah. So, but AJ Green I think is the third best wide receiver right now. Danny's gonna check my stats. This is just coming from the dome, because I just do so much fantasy value. And then Emmanuel Sanders is a good flex play. Seeing AJ Green there against Cleveland definitely has to give him the edge there because of the matchup.
Yes, and you are right. He is the third best.
Was I? Oh my God! Off the dome, dude.
Hire this kid at ESPN. So we have the disappointing
D-Hop.
Yes, D-Hop is very disappointing. He is very disappointing. I'm not sure what you're going to do with him, Joey, but hopefully he turns it around for you. He is playing Denver, though, so I think his struggles will continue. And then we have D. Jackson. D. Jackson
Don't steal my bear.
yes, sir. D. Jackson played Detroit. I think he will get his if Jordan Reed's out, but I think Jordan Reed's coming back, so I don't really expect much for him. A.J. Green against Cleveland, bloodbath. At home, bloodbath. And then we have Emmanuel Sanders, who will probably top off around 4 to 5 points this week with Trevor Siemian throwing him the ball. So that's a tough one. So I give this one, though, still to Frank's team just because of A.J. Green.
No, what's funny? Frank's team was so nasty and literally traded himself out of contention.
Yes, honestly, guys, everyone wants to know. Frank was one of the top tier teams.
We said it in the beginning
in
of the
our
year.
head. Yeah. If you look back at the podcast, one of the first weeks, we said that. And then Ryan happened. So, no, I'm just kidding. Love you, Ryan. Just kidding. You're smart. Good for you on that.
Don't penalize us, please.
Don't hurt me. No, Daddy, no. He's not listening to this one anyways. Fleener at the tight end position with against Dennis Pitta. And then you have at the flex, Macklin versus Jeremy Curley. What do you think about this one? This is actually fairly even in my eyes.
This is a close matchup. Fleener, so if history repeats himself, he will not do good this week. But after the bye, if they really want to work him in like they did, I mean, he had a run touchdown last week, so you never know what could happen with Fleener. He's a question mark. Dennis Pitta has been very consistent this year. I have him in another league. He gets you 10 points a week, and that's all you can ask for a tight end. Unless you have Gronk or Jordan Reed or something like that.
Or Borndor.
Oh, yeah, right. Borndor sucks at a big dick.
Yeah.
And then, so looking at the match, the flex, Macklin, he's, I guess, been consistent. I guess not a bad flex option. Curly, is he the number one there? Like, what's going on in San Fran? I don't understand.
know. Actually, that's an interesting question.
Yeah, it's an interesting question, and maybe that might be answered this week. But looking at these matchups, it's hard not to say push, but I got, recommended for that last time. So I will have to give the edge to Joey, Fleener, and Macklin. Maybe Fleener will get a touchdown.
I think Fleener has the higher upside. He's playing KC on the road in the Arrowhead Stadium. That's going to be a tough matchup for him. Dennis Pitta playing the Jets. I think he's going to have a lot of success, especially with the new offensive coordinator. I think they're trying to get them the ball more. I look for him to actually outscore Fleener. With Macklin versus Curley, I really don't know what to expect from Colin Kaepernick. I mean, the only thing we can guarantee is that he's going to be on his fucking knees before the game. That's about it.
Oh, we're not talking about the national anthem there.
No, sir. We talking about some dick-sucking Ron Burr. And then we have Jeremy Macklin playing New Orleans, which is dog shit, and he's also get to play them at home. Honestly,
Joey just has a better matchup.
It does. I think, the Macklin over Curley is a little better. So I give this one to Joey.
Yeah.
So then let's just tally up the scores here. What do we think about a winner and a loser?
Well, since I don't know who Harambe's quarterback's going to be, and looking at his team, he does have a superior wide receiver and running back core. I just don't like Joey's team that much, so even with Phillip Rivers, I'm going to have to give the edge to Harambe's Heroes.
And let's just say he picks up Blake Bortles, who the hell got him, or Jameis Winston.
Well, he's only the 22nd ranked quarterback in the league, so.
But let me just, for this purpose, say that he fills in with Bortles.
Is he 22nd? Can you check that?
Yeah, I can check that, of course. I still have to give this one to Joey. I think he is on a run that no one can stop at this point. He's definitely going to be forced to reckon with, if he just stays away from the trade talk with Ryan.
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine. I think his especially with Doug Martin coming back a couple weeks, he'll be fine. I give this one to Joey. Good luck, buddy.
Oh, to tell you the truth, he has Theo Riddick on the bench, too.
So, we will start this. No, we're just kidding. We ain't starting this shit over.
Joey, update your fucking rosters.
You son of a bitch. This is a PSA announcement right here for anyone listening to Joey's matchups. It's pretty only much Joey and Frank. Set your lineups Monday, goddammit.
We got time for this shit. We got places to be.
We got lives to live. We can't just be at your beck and call every week on a Wednesday, Thursday. Shit. All right,
so it looks like we have a split decision. So you know what that means? They're both going to have to
suck a dick.